All right, guys, it is the first day of school. It's Friday before Anaheim won. Eli Tomac, you won this race last year. Obviously, the heartbreaker with Achilles injury towards the end of the season. I mentioned it in the press conference. You were on the fence about how long, when you wanted to put the stamp on your career as retirement, and my wife actually brought it up. I can't even take credit for it. My wife has said, "Hey, when you're stuck at home with an injury, it's a little different than stopping your career on your own. You're forced to stay home. It's not like you're going on vacation and just surfing and hanging out and snowboarding and doing whatever you want to do for fun, mountain biking, right? Mm-hmm. You're stuck at home on the couch recovering, and that starts to change your mind. I know for me, anytime I got hurt racing, I always wanted to race even more, the next day. That forced break makes you more motivated to keep going forward. So, is it true? Did that re-spark your passion for racing going into 2024, or what? How did it go in your mind?
It did, probably 3 or 4 weeks down the road. At first, I was pretty angry and a little bit over it, and then this injury is a huge unknown because it doesn't happen a whole lot in our sport. It's not super common, so I had quite a few questions in my head, but I wanted to, at a month down the road. Yeah, that's what happened. It's I'm not done yet. I want to go out there and give it another shot. So that's what we did.
That's cool.
Gonna give it another shot.
That's cool. And also coming into this year, I mentioned that a lot of riders are coming off injury. A lot of riders have new bikes. Some have switched teams. Mm-hmm. You have the same bike. You are coming off injury, but you've had a good amount of time to be back at it. Is it nice that you don't have to switch up bikes? You can build off of the success you had in 23 going into 24?
Yeah, it is. I mean, of course, we fine-tune and do testing, but new bikes are a massive unknown. And you think they're awesome a lot of times, and then most of the time they're not at the first race. So, it's good to be on the same platform.
That's cool. Awesome. All right. Well, appreciate your time. Thank you for having us.
Thanks.
We got Cooper Webb, and man, what a time to be a race fan. It is packed with, I think we had 15 factory guys up there on the podium. Dylan Ferrandis, maybe almost factory, but top level riders up there. And then it's just a stacked field. We got a gnarly track, back-to-back whoop section. What's it like to be Cooper Webb right now?
It's pretty good, man. Not gonna lie. It feels good to be back in the stadium and at Anaheim, and it's been an anticipated offseason, like you said, knowing that the level's going to be so high and everyone's healthy, which is great for us to all go racing together. And I'm excited. Yeah, I had a good off season. We learned a lot. Like I said up there, it was honestly a really good thing for me to kind of get my ass kicked at SMX and knew what we needed to work on. So I've had a lot of long days, but it's been worth it so far. I feel good, feel confident, and think I'm in a good spot, man.
That's cool. So I made the argument during the press conference that everybody's basically switched teams. Some riders jump from 250 to 450. Some riders are on the same team, but they have a new bike, and then other riders are coming off an injury. So everybody's got something basically that they're coming off of, except Ken Roxon. But you started with Yamaha early. You switched mid-season. That's pretty unusual, but you don't play by the book. You like to mix it up. You're not scared to go outside of the boundaries there and switch it up. And then you did those 3 races. You said you got work. You got not where you wanted to be, and now you're ready for A1. How big of an advantage was that for you to make that switch mid-season? Now that we're in January and it's time to go race in the first weekend of January, how important was that to make that happen early and go racing, even though you didn't have a ton of time to get ready for those races?
I think it was huge. I think the SMX for everyone was kind of a big different thing, at least for me. It was a big, with the tracks, the formats, it was kind of just all new. So I do think once we went racing and once we got back from our little, vacation for a week, we kind of knew hey, these are the points of things we need to be better. And it was kind of across the board, a lot of it being myself. And so like I said, we kind of had a game plan. We made a great game plan with the team. And I think I learned what the Yamaha does really well. And some of the things at SMX, I noticed that it needed some work on. So that was huge. And then honestly, I think having some actual testing days with Gilly and getting some good suspension days in, some chassis days, and having Eli back too. I think him having a good direction and being on a very winning bike last year, he knew and I think helped, in my opinion, know like, hey, this is where we need to be. And, I think that was for me something too, where I kind of leaned more towards his direction than maybe I was for SMX, where I was kind of just coming up with settings I liked. So we learned a lot, and I think for me, like we saw, speed was something that we were lacking. We've been working on that. At my fitness level, I think it's back where we need to be. And I've kind of always been that way where, I'll do Paris or I'll do these off-season races, but this January is our go time.
That's when it matters.
And we kind of build our program around that. So, I look at Paris last year, and I was not great there either, and I ended up getting second here last year. So I think for me, it's just exciting, to have all these great guys. I'm looking forward to it. I think some people look at it as like, a lot of things and a lot of stuff to go, but it's the best guys in the world, and that's what I want to race against. So, yeah, I'm confident. Got that chip on my shoulder again, and I'm looking forward to proving people wrong for sure.
That's cool. Your team dynamics is kind of funny. You're number 2, Eli's number 3, Justin Cooper's number 32, and then you're Cooper Webb. He's Justin Cooper. So when they say Cooper, who answers?
Yeah, that's what we've been struggling with that.
Really?
We've had to adjust. They'll say Coop, and we both will look at each other. So, but it don't matter. It's like you said. It's kind of cool when you see little stuff like that. 2, 3, 32, Coop and Cooper, and but no, the vibes are really good. I think there's 3 different kind of guys on the team, and we're all in 3 different parts in our career, and it's been working really well.
Yeah, and how has Eli been to work with? Is he friendly? Is he? Obviously you said you're sharing settings between each other, so I'd imagine you wouldn't have really ridden with him that much since he's in Colorado.
Yeah, no, we haven't ridden together much. It's kind of crazy for sure. I've ridden with J Coop every day and all the 250 guys, but with Eli, we haven't seen him too much. But yeah, he's been super friendly. We've always, been very respectful towards each other, and a lot of respect there for sure. And yeah, we've been, so far it's so good. We'll see each other about once a month so far, and I know now we'll go see each other every Saturday, so it might change a little bit, but I think, like I said, we're both a little older, and we have a lot of experience and know, you don't have to have that stigma of being the best under the tent. I think we're both 2-time Supercross champions, and we want to both be a third for sure, and it's going to work itself out however it works itself out.
That's cool. All right, and then what was your favorite Christmas present you got this year?
Man, times have changed. It was really cool to watch my daughter actually be able to open all her gifts that Santa brought her, and so it's changed for me over the years, right? I'm 28 and have she's almost 1.5-year-old now, so I think that was the best part, was celebrating the reason why we celebrate Christmas, and then also seeing her light up over some cool gifts.
That's cool. I got Home Depot gift cards, and I was pumped.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Cool. All right, well, good luck, man. Excited
Thanks,
to see you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys for watching. We got lots of cool content coming from Anaheim 1, and if you haven't yet, sign up for the MXA Fantasy League. It's free to download in the App Store for Androids and for iPhones. Free to download, free to play. Pick your winners and enter to win in some awesome prizes this year. We got sponsors coming from Boyson, also Dubach, Acherbys, Blood Lubricants, FMF, OGO, Maxxis, Nackstar. They're giving away a wheel set, 100% goggles, Arai helmets, and Works Connection, all giving away awesome shopping sprees and awesome products for the winners of each round throughout the entire Supercross season. So grab your buddies, download the app, and get signed up now.
He don't like cameras. He thinks it's a gun. What is it? It's okay.
It's okay. What's he doing with me? What's he doing over there? What's he doing over there? What's he doing? What's he